Hello, my loves, and welcome back to BehatiLife YouTube channel. If we're meeting for the first time, welcome. And for those of you that are old friends and family, welcome back. As you guys can tell by the title of today's video, we're going to be diving into the energy of this week, what it is that we can expect. This is going to be intuitive mostly, and a little bit of astrology. For the full astrological breakdowns, my more detailed predictions globally and also intimately in your personal life, definitely check out Behati Love Notes. And if you love additional support intuitively and for me to channel for you, Behati Love Notes again, membership is the way to go. So I have my cards here. I'm going to be shuffling and pulling for you guys. Let's go ahead, get cozy, get comfortable, and let's dive right in. All right, my loves, so welcome back. We have the cards. Let's go ahead and dive into these energies and seeing what this week has in store for us. Energies that we can see and experience in the world, but also in our intimate and our personal lives. It is raining. It is thundering. It is lightning right now, so you'll be able to see that. And my baby is playing with her daddy, so you may hear that in the background. Angels and guides, I thank you so much for the time and the space that it is that we have here together. I ask that you give me the skills, the vision to be able to read for the collective. I ask that you give them the discernment to see and understand what messages are meant for them. I speak blessings, protection over their lives, as well as you guiding their steps to their blessing, their peace, their health, their happiness. So first things first, I'm going to angle this so you can see this a little better. First things first, the first word that I'm getting is the word unburdening. 10 of Wands reversed is being aware of what it is that you are carrying on your shoulders, on your energy. With the Hermit card reversed, 3 of Cups reversed, there's something here that is too much of something. There's too much. It could be too much of other people's energies, so you need to cleanse. One of my favorite ways of doing that is a salt bath, mixing some herbs, putting them in the tub, turning my tub into essentially like a tea bath, and then allowing my body to soak in there. I come out completely emerged. My energy is definitely shifted. It's important as people who channel, who are gifted, who are intuitive, that we are constantly checking in with our energy and we're not holding on or harboring the energy of the world, the energy of the people, even places and people that we love. It's important that we're washing and cleansing our skin and our energy of those things. 10 of Wands reverse really concerns me a little bit because sometimes we're not aware of what we're carrying. So we may be emotional and kind of like spilling over, and there's nothing really wrong with you. Like there's nothing wrong in your life. You feel pretty good, but you don't even realize that the person, the best friend that you were with, that you were just talking to, when you hug them, you kind of absorb their energy, so you're helping to release. This is not to point the finger at you and be like, how dare you absorb. It's just a natural part of empathetic human beings. We are so moved and impacted by our brothers and our sisters, right? So it's important, and by brothers and sisters, I mean just anybody else on the face of this earth. That is your brother, that is your sister. We are all one. So it's just a part of important spiritual hygiene, that you are making sure that you are releasing the energies of the world, your friends, your family, or else you can become really burdened by it. I also want to tell you that this week, guys, what is today's date? Yeah, it's the 16th. This week, yep. Okay, June 17th, Mars is going to enter into the sign of Virgo. So that's number 1. And then June 15th, Mars is squaring off with Uranus. Mars rules our masculine energy. It's what we're called to do and how we're called to work with like what we're supposed to chase and pursue. If you're following the astrology charts and if you're following the planets, tracking where the planets are going is going to help you to be more successful in life, because it's showing you, okay, if you do this, you are going to go further, versus another person who constantly finds themselves hitting their head up against a brick wall because they just find blockages every single way that they go. That's why astrology is so important, because you're connecting with underlying energies right now. And I'm not going to go too deep into this because, again, BehatiLife Notes is where I constantly check in with them every single day and let them know this is how to move, this is how to use work with this energy. Right now, Mars moving, squaring off with Uranus, and Mars entering into the sign of Virgo is really big on finding what's wrong, finding what doesn't work, or finding what's misplaced, and either beginning to move it into a space where you're able to release it, or organize it in a space so that it works for you. This is where you sit with yourself and you say, the vibes are off, the energy is off, or I'm minimal, I'm open to exploring the fact that I could be wrong, or something could be off, or something could be right, and I should be working with that a little bit more than I already have. The Hermit card is actually connected to the energy of Virgo here, and when it's reversed, it's really showing me that we're not seeing something that is excess. We're not seeing something that is too much. We're not seeing the overabundance of something. The energy is either too much or too little. There's no balance here. And that makes it harder for you to walk through the energy of this week if you're kind of limping or dragging energy behind you. We're going to go a little deeper now and see what this energy is, right? So 8 of Wands, reverse, interesting. 10 of Swords, reversed. I really feel like something, or some like family, a connection, someone close to you, or someone comfortable with you, or something that you're comfortable with, maybe, I don't want to say maybe trying to move you along quick, maybe pass you on like fast or something, or for some of you guys, it could be travel. There could be something here that needs to end. 10 of Swords reverse, 6 of Cups reverse, 6 of Cups reverse, sorry, and 8 of Wands reversed. There's something here that it's important that you slow down. For some of you guys, you might take a misstep, because in the pursuit of trying to achieve a goal or accomplish something, you may go back to old patterns that you've long learned to live without or to do without, but somehow they're emerging. It's almost giving Mercury retrograde, but it's not Mercury retrograde right now. It's Pluto is currently retrograde. So you got to be real careful. You got to be really careful here, because this represents like those old patterns, deep-rooted, deep-embedded patterns that have a really interesting way of re-emerging and resurfacing. Things that should have been long cut off, should have been severed. If I took some scissors and I cut a thread, I'm not going to try to bring those two pieces back together. There's a reason why Spirit, the energy, the angels and the guides said it's time for you to cut this and separate the cord between you and that thing, or that energy. It could be a relationship. It could be a way of approaching your business, your plans. It could be something that needs closure. It's something here too also needs to be sent out. Something here needs to be, it's, for me, this reminds me of like how I wrap and pack my orders. And they're like, right now, my international orders, oh my gosh, don't even get me started. The burden of what's going on with that, with tariffs and like shipping and stuff, shipping costs, all of a sudden everything skyrocketed. One of the packages is like $150 to ship, and I need to reach out to that person and let them know, listen, there's something about your area or shipping to your area that's making it almost, I don't say impossible, but it almost, is it worth it now? Like, yes, you have your Magick. Yes, if you're willing to pay the price, then I'll be able to move this forward. But there's something here that's stopping something from moving forward, right? So for someone here, this could be, especially, I love the symbolism of Uranus, right? Uranus represents electricity. If we have a cord, a wire plugged into the wall, but I twist and tie that cord, that electricity is going to be cut off. So the item that it is that you're working with that could make your life more convenient, isn't receiving its full source of energy, so it's not going to work correctly. There's something here that you need to kind of like unwind, unkink. If this is a relationship, right, this could be something of the past or a past pattern that you may be reverting back to deal with the fact that you may be stressed out, frustrated, or at your breaking point within something. I am also, if this is a relationship, I'm really concerned because with 3 of Cups energy, and I don't like to bring up this type of stuff, it can represent third party energy. Because there's a really imbalance. Like, we never want like a third party energy here in a way that is breaking down a relationship or a connection. Really interesting, especially with the Hermit card reverse, something that someone that should be alone isn't, and they're using another party, another person, in order to deal with the stress, the pressures of the world. Make sure that that's not you. This may be someone who is going through their own ending. So they may be going through a divorce. They may be going through their own separation, and they're there's an energy here of like, this is my little escape. So that's one way that this energy can come up. For someone here, if you're going on a trip, it almost seems like there's like, it's giving Mercury retrograde. It's so weird, but it seems like there's going to be some like complications with travel, that you want to allow yourself to kind of take into consideration the closer you get to your trip or when you're on that trip. So making sure that you're giving yourself ample space and time, double checking the place that it is that you are. Let's say if it's an airport, that you're double checking, triple checking your gate. Make sure that they're not changing it last minute. Make sure that you don't have noise canceling headphones on, and then you miss any last minute changes, because it's definitely giving that energy here. With that's going to help you move forward a little quicker and faster. I do want to say that this isn't something to stress out about. It's something to be aware of. It feels like taking this message into consideration will help you avoid a larger, I don't want to say disaster, but like larger messes later on in life. I know that when the tarot kind of comes up and it's giving not warnings, but like things to take into consideration, you guys, some of you guys tend to panic. The point of these types of readings are not to make you panic. They're meant to help you plan and prepare. So this is where you just make sure that you have an extra charger that you're carrying in your book bag. If you're someone who is on the road or there's an important meeting, making sure that your devices are charged, making sure that your notes are organized. This is going to help you to avoid a potential problematic moment, because something that should be in the works to help you isn't accessible to you. Either you forgot, maybe you had so many things going on your schedule, your time, that you forgot something really important, making sure that your car keys are on one thing that I like to do is I put them on a carabiner. What is it? Those clips, those metal clips that they use for hiking. I have a cute one, a heart-shaped one. I keep that on my purse. I always keep my keys clipped onto that, and I zipper them into my bag, so the chances of me losing my car keys they slim down. It's possible because we're human beings and we're not perfect, but we're avoiding like potential mishaps, right? So that we're not getting halted in our journey, so that we're not being further burdened. That way that we have more energy, more time, more space to deal with little blips and turbulence that happen, that is showing up in the tarot and the cards. You know what? I'm actually going to pull some charms for you guys. It's on the opposite side of my office, but we're going to take a look here a little further. It just feels like avoiding, I just heard the word distinction. For someone here, you're going to start really seeing things that are annoying in your energy. Like, it's so interesting. It could be the way that someone handle something, or maybe that's the way that it's coming through for me. Like, when you have to do like conflict resolution with someone, and that person doesn't communicate well, they just kind of revert back to like temper tantrums, and you're just like, are you kidding me? Like, we're supposed to be working together as a team, we're supposed to be on the same page, we're supposed to be doing this, but you're having a temper tantrum. Like, are you serious? This is the type of energy that it's like, it's not working out. Oh my God, look guys. Now that because I was just spacing out when I was like channeling that just now. I was looking at the bird on the pole and the plants in front of me. But 8 of Pentacles reversed, 3 of Pentacles upright, 7 of Pentacles reversed, 2 of Swords. There's something here that's just like doesn't feel like it's working out. And that's not a bad thing. It's just like, okay, knowing that you don't have the capacity to show up and give and contribute equally, I am not going to overextend myself this week because you can't see seven of Pentacles reversed and 2 of Swords. You can't see what you're doing wrong. You can't see, and you can't see where it is that I'm coming from. We are not on the same page. You are either choosing to be blind, or you don't have the capacity, the maturity, the foresight, the intuition to be on the same page as me. And the goal is that we're working together as a team, but I can't do that if we're not equal. You know what I mean? Like, we're not meeting each other equally. So for this reason, guys, there's a really important need to kind of address, and I don't say call out, but find the problem, find the kink in the cord, whether that be communication, whether that be we have different goals, whether that be someone is reverting back to past bad patterns, something here. I'm going to shuffle a little bit from one of my favorite decks right now, the Mom Tarot. New mama here, so it just helps me to channel for you guys in a way that I really identify with now, because I'm in it. So yes, with the potty training, it's so funny. Like, guys, look, the way that this is coming through for me with potty training, this is like a grown person who's just refusing to use the potty. Like, in this deck, you're teaching someone how to use something that is going to help them for like a tiny human, how to function as a healthy adult, right? But it just seems like in this reading today, it's like, why don't you know this? You know what I mean? When you have that energy with someone, like, why don't you know this? Or, I know you know this, why am I having to remind you? For some of you guys, this question is applied to you and your approach to life right now. You may just be burnt out. You may just have enough. You just may not be equipped. You may feel like, you know what? This isn't working. I tried this. I'm asking for help. I got this. It's not working. It didn't work. That, like, it's like all of these things. So you're just like, you know what? I'm good this week. This is one of those times where your goals do not become your sole focus because you're frustrated, you're burnt out, you need to take a break, you need to walk away. And it's that action of walking away actually helps you get closer to your goals, because you're reserving your energy for when things open up. And again, Mars is squaring off with Uranus. Oh, I love the thunder right now. Mars is squaring off with Uranus. Mars is entering the sign of Virgo. This is going to be on the 17th. So you may really find that you just keep you're hitting your head. It's like a square. You just get challenged. There's friction. It's not that you're doing things wrong. It's just, it doesn't have the capacity, like the full capacity right now to nail it, to really figure it out, to really get the job done. And for that reason, in order to avoid yourself from frustrating yourself further and feeling like you're slipping, the goal is to really take a step back and kind of accept the situation for what it is and love it. Find a way to have gratitude and love for it in the moment. The next card we have the date night. Yes. So with the date night, again, this is about, for me, I don't want to say accepting status quo, but it's like, okay, I've done as much as I can do. So for that reason, I'm going to try to enjoy. I'm going to find a way to enjoy. I'm going to find a way to not make it work, guys, because I really don't want you to. It feels like if you take this message and you're like, yo, I'm going to try to make this work, I'm going to force it, you are going to be so frustrated. Like, this is a week where amplified frustration could be avoided if you are intentional. This is a week of going to your altar and smoothing things out. Going to your altar, setting intention to smooth things out. Instead of fighting the obstacles, we're working our magic and we're surrendering. This is a divine feminine week. This is not a divine masculine. Divine masculine is going to get triggered. Divine masculine within you will be triggered. This is the type of energy, and you'll probably see this, where you're just like, okay, you can't tell me no. You're telling me no. I'm going to go in harder. I'm going to find a way. I'm going to force this to happen. And then it just somehow ends up backfiring and becoming so not even worth it. If you just wait one more week, I promise you, you will be able to chase and pursue your goals. Right now, this is more maintenance. This is more, okay, I can't change everything. I can't control everything. So I'm going to surrender to what it is that I can't control. I'm going to try to be as prepared as I can, and things that don't work out, I'm going to allow myself to go on vacation from. For some of you guys, you may actually schedule a week off from work, from life, and when you come back after that week, you check in with everybody, and everyone's like, yo, you are so smart to leave, because the crap hit the fan, and the harder we tried to work and clean it up, the worse it got. And somehow, like, you're just like, wow, can't relate, because I was eating a sandwich in the French Riviera. You know what I mean? Like, and any type of like headaches that you had to power through, you know, to get to the French Riviera, you had it in your mind because we sat down through this reading. Well, Jess told me to have my extra charger, so my phone was fully charged. I wasn't stranded in Europe. You know, I reminded myself that I'm going to get there eventually. It just doesn't. I actually gave myself an extra day to unwind, so I'm not making up or trying to fit everything in last minute. There's something about truly accepting and loving the current moment, the status quo, and not needing to change it. Let me go ahead and shuffle a little deeper. Please, guys, give this video a thumbs up. Go ahead and like this video. Make sure that you're subscribed if you're not already. And again, if you love these channelings, definitely check out BehatiLife Notes. It's kind of something similar to a Patreon where I shuffle and pull for my little collective, my hive there, every single day, every other day. And then we dive deeper into how to work the astrology transits and the changes as they're happening. Wow, guys, look. The hawk and the thistle, graceful persistence. Graceful persistence. This means that you are not forcing, pushing, and trying to fit a round circle through a square peg. Like, is that a square peg through a round circle? It ain't gonna work. This is about being graceful, accepting the situation, and somehow moving through difficult situations with ease, because you are in control of yourself, your emotions, your mental, and you have the maturity to get that done. For others, you may be experiencing like other people's meltdowns, other people's frustrations, because keep in mind that these transits aren't just happening to you, they're happening to the rest of the world. So things are exploding left and right. Things aren't working out. There is no plan. Globally, this feels like, because I'm going to touch on this real quick, it just feels like there's no plan, there's no foresight, there's no like way to work things out. So it seems it's gonna feel worse before it feels better. But the goal is to keep a calm exterior. The goal is to realize that we are going to figure this out, but it might not be this week. Healing, the deer and the oat. For some of you guys, this is a time not to push, but to surrender into your healing, to surrender into something that feels soothing, to surrender into taking a step back, because yes, I hear you, thunder. Oh my God, I love it. Surrender instead of forcing, because forcing creates pain and hurt and ache. Wow, independence. The cat and lavender. Lavender is about peace and tranquility an anti-anxiety, the cat walks away and separates itself from the chaos of the external world. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but there's a video. Ooh, it's raining. I love that. There was a video. I'm going to tilt this up so maybe you could see some of the rain. It was on, I saw it on Instagram. It was someone remaking like how cats react to like a burglary, and the cat was like sitting on the cat perch, the cat tree, and just watching someone come in and like stealing their owner's like stuff. And the cat was just had this, the guy was pretending that it was a cat, and his energy was like, yeah, that's not my problem. Can't relate. As long as my food isn't later on this afternoon, because that's what is the most important to me, and all my other activities, I'm good. For you guys, I'm definitely seeing the same energy, that it's healing to not involve yourself in, and to not involve yourself in things that it's just like you were told to sit this one out. You know what I mean? I really love that. This has the potential to be either the most peaceful, freeing, cathartic weeks of your life, or the most frustrating, depending on how you choose to show up. Let me shuffle a little further for you. I'm looking for a specific deck that I was just using for my, where is it? Holy moly. All right, that's crazy. All right, well, I can't find that deck, so I'm going to shuffle from this one. Oh, it's right there. I love a storm moment. Yeah, actually, pause. I'm going to shuffle from this one. Where are we going to see this the most? Spaciousness, yeah. This is needing, this literally goes hand in hand with the cat and lavender. You creating space between you and something else that just does not work, or doesn't want to work, doesn't have the capacity to show up. Solitude, holy moly. Yep, definitely getting a strong sense here about separating yourself, going into your quiet space, retreating. Self-sufficiency, I mean, it doesn't get any clearer than that. This card says I'm not hiding in a cave and saying that I don't need people. Instead, it's saying God is my source, the divine is my source, and I'm willing to receive all the help, love, and support that wants to come. You are not forcing things to show up for you. You're not forcing things to be mature. You're not forcing things to be able to communicate or have the capacity to fulfill deadlines. And you are literally saying, listen, I'm taking a step back. I'm retreating because this could be one of the most frustrating weeks, or it could be my most healing. Let's go ahead and shuffle from this deck here, leaning into our animal nature and messages that need to go with that. Turn knowledge into wisdom. Have you guys been here before? Like, this isn't a new experience, is it? You might be dealing with something or someone that is frustrating, immature, like, or you've done this before, you've seen this before, you've experienced this before. So if you know better, this is the time to do better and not expect too much from the situation, and put yourself in a place where, wow, this card actually came up for BehatiLife Notes group. I saw, I got an image of the hawk showing up and guiding them in the right direction, because they were called to go to their altar. They were called to work their magic, and I'm going to be sharing that ritual with them today. So for those of you guys that need ritual, that need inspiration for working your magic in your own home environment, in your own life, definitely, again, check out BehatiLife Notes. But with the hawk spirit, let spirit be your guide. Go to your altars, my love. Work your magic. Clear your altar. This is a time to organize the altar and organize your spiritual. Wow. Slow and steady wins the race with the turtle. This is not, again, about rushing and forcing. Trying to rush and make things happen is going to burn the wick at both ends. The dolphin spirit, this and that are true. This and that are true. This is what we choose to believe about ourselves, about a situation. I also see this as accepting something for what it is, and not taking it personally and finding that healing as well. One more message here, one more card pull for you guys, and then I'm going to head out. Oh my God, look, rain, replenish. I love that as it's raining right now. So beautiful. Sunrise and sunset, new doorways, new ways of approaching things. Florist, awaken your magic, 1000%. Holly, be a spiritual warrior. Yeah. First of all, I love the name Holly and Ivy. Those were two names that I was considering to name my daughter, who you may hear calling in the background. She's playing with her daddy. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there, by the way. Yeah, be a spiritual warrior. It's interesting with the word warrior here. You have to understand that being a spiritual warrior doesn't mean that you're out there forcing, pushing it, or asserting your will because you know what's best or you know what's right. There's a way to stand in your masculine energy or work your magic to help things move along. There's also a way to maintain your peace. You do not need to be so persistent in pushing people or coercing people to believe in you so that you can lead or make a positive difference. Those who understand your message and those who understand your energy, I don't want to say they fall in alignment, but they move in alignment and are a part. They're contributing to this greater movement of things. They're not working against. Let things that are fighting against, let them fight and separate yourself as needed, especially in today's times. New doorways are opening up. There's new ways of approaching things. There's new things that we are learning. There's new ways of working your magic. Stay open to that process instead of being one of the many energies that's kind of like moving like a rat in a rat race, like chaotic, running around like a chicken with your head cut off, like finding peace within yourself, stillness within yourself, and emerging as the best, highest vibration version of yourself somehow in a really difficult and tricky circumstance. Why? Because you're empowered, you're informed, you were listening to your intuition, you have resources. We've crossed paths for a reason. I speak life into you every week. You know what I mean? So you have every single tool in your toolbox to help you become the greatest version of yourself. Use those tools. Trust yourself, trust your magic, work your magic. You will be fine. So again, thank you guys so much for allowing me to shuffle and pull for your energy to connect with you. Divine angels and guides, ancestors, thank you for your gifts, for your challenge. You challenge me every single day. I show up and channel for the collective. You challenge me. I'm so grateful. I'm so honored. I never overlook it. I never overstep that. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you for your gifts. I thank you for your wisdom. I thank you for your protection. I thank you for your knowledge. I thank you for the community, for the collective. Bless them, guide them, lead them. Let them have a most peaceful week. I speak intention and healing over their lives and blessing over their lives. Let them know what is on the horizon for them. Help them, guide their steps. The hawk energy showed up for a reason. Let them see the signs. Guide them to the places where it is that they will find peace and blessing and prosperity. I speak that over their lives. Divine angels, guides, ancestors, divine feminine, nourish us, pour into us. Divine masculine, let us be effective and healthy and healed leaders. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you again for allowing me to channel and connect with you. If you're not subscribed to this YouTube channel, make sure that you are subscribed. If you are subscribed, make sure that you actually are still subscribed, because YouTube is doing the most lately. Everyone else, if you haven't checked out BehatiLife notes, I definitely invite you to do that. And the shop is slowly, quietly reopening. I'm doing it quietly because I don't want to outpace myself or overpace myself. We are working magic over here. So definitely check the shop out if there's things that you need to again incorporate at your altar in your life. Now's the time. All right, I'll see you guys later. I'm sending you all of my love. Bye.